Hello, JUSTJEM here and welcome, or indeed welcome back to my channel. I am barefaced today because I'm going to be using my face as a canvas to swatch Lightwork 7, and I was about to pick up 6 then because I've got that in front of me too. But here it is. Here is Lightwork 7. Exciting, exciting. I hope that you can see me. In hindsight, I probably should have switched my screens around to seeing what's what, but we're here now. We're here now. I think I might get straight into things and get swatching. I think I'm going to do that. And I think what I'll do is I will swatch sort of each mini palette, and I'll do it on my face, and then once I've done that I'll start doing a few comparisons, and if anyone wants to shout and let me know what comparisons they would like to see, let me know and I shall try those out. And should probably try to figure out which way this goes. Warmth. I'm going to assume that this is warmth. Let me double check that because the name's going to be underneath. It is. Okay. So we'll do warmth, warmth, enchanted, Mother Earth. Warmth, enchanted, and Mother Earth. And we'll do that here. Oh, I don't have a mirror, but I can see myself. Hopefully that's enough. Okay, so that's warmth. It's quite close to my skin tone, especially in that area. And then, oh, it's mirrored. What's this one? Enchanted. That's nice. That's nice. Maybe I will get a mirror so I can see what I'm doing. I'm going to use the Lightwork 6 mirror because that's what is handy for me. And then, what was the last one? Mother Earth. A bit silvery there. Those are nice. So this is the more neutral of the 6. Well, neutral 6 of the 3 6s in there, I should say. That's nice. I hope you can see that. And then the next 3 are going to be Golden Child, Sand, and Rooted. So we're going to encounter our first mattes momentarily. Golden Child. I don't think you're going to see this matte very well on me because I think that this is the equivalent of, or maybe that's shade number 9 coming. Ignore me. I think the equivalent of Nude 9 is coming up in the next set. Golden Child, Sand, Rooted. Let's go this way. Ooh, that's nice. Golden Child, Sand, Rooted. So that's very close to my skin tone. I don't know how well you can see that. It's probably a good thing I came this way. Yeah, you can see that. That's not bad. Okay. So that's the neutral set of 6. we're going to move into the purples now. So this is what the purples look like here. I'm trying to not get the glare of the light. No. I can't see any comments. I hope people aren't commenting and then I can't see them popping up. I'm really paranoid about that now. So we've got Wish, Spellbound, and Open Heart. Open Heart is quite chunky. I wonder if you can probably, yeah, I think you can see that in the pan there. That this shade in the corner has got some, it's chunkier. It's not quite as smooth as the other two. Wish, Spellbound, Open Heart. So we've got, let's get the mirror out. Wish. Ooh. Spellbound. Oh, that's nice. I don't know if you can see the shift in that. And then Open Heart, I think I said this one was. So the shift here, I wore a white shirt. What have I done that for? So straight on, I'm trying to see, those both look as if they'd be very similar. It's mirrored, remember it's mirrored. So they look quite similar there. But it's all in the shift. Ooh, that's those three. And then we've got Love Potion, Guiding Light, and Toasted. I'm just cleaning off my fingers and double checking on my white shirt. Why did I wear a white shirt again? Love Potion, Guiding Light, Toasted. Love Potion. That's nice. And then what's the last one? Toasted. Oh yeah, so that's the matte shade here. Which almost blends in. I think that might be shade number 9. I think I was right, because that's closer to my skin tone than this one. That's definitely got more purple to it. It's more mauvey. Go in there again. Yeah, so I've just built that up a little bit more so you can see that. Those are nice. So that's the purples. And then this is going to be the cool tone section coming up, and that's going to go on the forehead. On the forehead. We've got Dreamer, Mother's Love, Star Power. Dreamer, Mother's Love, Star Power. Dreamer, so I don't think I showed you this. So swatching Dreamer, that seems more toppery. You can see that there. So that's, no, this one. No, I was right the first time. Dreamer, this one. More toppery. With a shift to it. So let's see what that's going to look like. Yeah, so that's quite, that doesn't have much of a base to it. It's got some shifts going on. And I'm going to check momentarily to see if there are any comments because I can't see them. Then Mother's Love. So this is the electric blue. We'll definitely be doing some comparisons to that shade. That's a nice shade of blue, isn't it? That's a nice shade of blue. And then Star Power. Let's put that right in the middle there. And that's a pretty brilliant silver there. I think I can see why that might be called Star Power. That's nice. That is nice. Right, wiping off the fingers again for the last three. And this is going to be another pretty intense silver by the looks of it. And then two matte shades, a grey and a black. Northern Lights, Magic Moon, Grounded. Northern Lights, Magic Moon, and Grounded is the black. So let's see how this silver compares. So it's not as intense, so that has less of a base, which I think you can tell there. So what's it called? Star Power. That's finer particles, and yeah, this is a bit more transparent, more similar to this kind of formula here. And then this is the grey, blue tone grey, which makes sense. It's goes with the colour story for this 6. And then the black. That's the black there. So there we have it. So that's the neutral 6, the mauvey 6, and the cool toned black, blue, silver, grey. I think I would describe this as a light work for people who might be a little bit intimidated by colour. That's, I think, what I would say. So Lightwork 6 is just in your face punchy. I mean, I've got it here. I can just show it to you. It's just see how vibrant it is there in comparison. And I'm trying to get there we go. Just so you can see them side by side there. See, when I was thinking of the blues, like that's probably the out of this one here, probably the blue is the shade that's going to grab you the most. At least for me, my eye goes straight to that blue. And I did think that there would be a dupe in here, but the blue that's in here is a satiny shade. So they're not going to be alike, certainly not by formula. I wonder if the blue in Lightwork 5, which I also have beside me, I'll just pick that up quickly and show it to you without blinding you with the mirror. Let's see how I can do this. There we go. So that blue, it's called Healed. So perhaps I'll start with comparing those two. Let's see. Right, so if we start with the neutrally section, I'm trying to I remember I did these out of order a little bit, didn't I? Yeah, I think I went that way, and then I went that way, didn't I? I don't know how many dupes there would be. I'm just going to check for any comments. I have not thought this through. Okay, I see a couple. Hi Eden, hi Trax. Oh, I hope you feel better. There we go. Yeah, a lot of people, I think it's that time of year, isn't it, where it changes. There's like a sudden drop in temperature. Well, not for you, Eden. It'll be really warm for you, or it will be getting warm. But for us, there's been a distinct change in the weather, and that always seems to floor people, especially when it's been so hot. I paid 115. I got this from Beautylish, and it was 115, everything paid up. So there was nothing to pay on arrival, and I could have I was really tempted actually to get it from Danessa Myricks Europe and create an account in my mum's name so that you could get the 20% discount, because my mum really needs a Lightwork 7 palette. But I just thought, just for ease, and I think I made the right choice, because I ordered it on Friday, it came on Monday, and it came from the States. So yeah. Whereabouts in New Zealand are you, Eden? I've been to New Zealand. I had a little trip there. Let me see what I'm doing here. I am going to do the blues just because they are... I said Healed, didn't I? But that's not the purple. The purple in here is called Strong from Lightwork 5. So that's Strong. Oh, see, that's going to be lighter. Yeah, that's going to be lighter. Okay. Oh, see, I didn't have an issue. I mean, I've only ordered the once from Danessa Myricks Europe. That's when I got the colour fix sticks. So I will compare these. So this is the blue from... So that's the blue from 5, the blue from 7, and then might as well do the blue from 6. And really, I should do these in order. So I'm going to shunt these up in front of me. So I think you can see that it's different textures. So satiny, no, it's because it's you should think I'd have it down by now. So that's satiny, and these two are sparkly. That's them there. So those are the blues there. Should have done these in order, but that's 5, 6, and 7 in the middle. Blues there. So those are the blues. Where did I just put that? Oh, it's there. I'm going to end up being very sparkly by the end of this. Very, very sparkly. What else do I think is comparable? What time is it in Wellington, actually? It's curious. Yeah, see, I did the maths, because I think you take the 20% off, but then you add on shipping, because I probably would have paid for express, and that's kind of what made me just go for Beautylish, because it was free express, so it kind of evened out. It Yeah. Yeah, I think this for me would have been an easy pass had it not been for the fact that I'm actually really enjoying neutrals right now. So perhaps if they had switched, so if 7 was 6 and 6 was 7, I don't think I'd have bought it last year, but I would still, if 6 came out now, then I would buy it. But yeah, as I say, I'm just all of a sudden, I've never been really into neutral color stories. I've definitely been more about the bright, bold colors. And I have to say, initially when I first saw it, my first thought was, oh, I'm a bit disappointed that it's not all shimmers. But there is something about it, like I can appreciate it. I like the neutrality, and probably because it does circle around the colors that I like, blue, purple, green, like earthy tones. That's probably another reason why I've gone for it. It's a lot. It's pricey, and in a way, I feel bad for anyone in the UK who doesn't consider Beautylish as an option. So it didn't occur to me initially. It was only when I think I was Googling on the day, and you know, when you Google, you can look at the shopping options, and it came up Beautylish, and I thought, oh, I hadn't even considered that. And then it had the little fine print underneath that said, you know, duties and taxes included, and I thought, well, no brainer. I think the only place that was comparable was Guru Makeup Emporium, because there's a discount code KJH which is still active. I don't know how long that's going to be active for, but that gives you 15% off the £139.50 price tag, and that would bring it down to about 118, something like that. But even then, I don't think that would have got to me as quickly as the one from America did, because I don't think it probably would have been dispatched until maybe the Monday, possibly if I was lucky on that Friday. And then go the mail services. Maybe it could have reached me on Monday. I don't know, but Beautylish, amazing. I keep forgetting Beautylish exists, and I used to buy from them a lot when I lived in Canada. So Beautylish was one of the main places I used to buy. And I don't know, I've forgotten that they exist. Yeah, I don't know what it is about that, because I'm pretty sure, like considering it's 115 and that's it. It's just 115. I mean, I don't know if Beautylish do discount codes very often, but on Beautylish it's 115. No sign of it on Cult, no sign of it on Sephora, and no sign of it on Beauty Bay, but I would imagine it's going to be 142 on those. And it'll probably be a little while until you can use the 20% discount code that you can normally find on Cult. I could have got it off Sephora. It's one of my 10% off products, so that was an option, but obviously that's 10% of 142. It's only going to be £14.20, so that wouldn't have taken much off. And then same with Beauty Bay. I know they do a lot of promotions, but it doesn't always include everything. Yeah, Beautylish is really handy, and I should be more swatchy, less talky. Right, let's go back to the beginning here. So this is kind of one of those white tones, white in the pan. This was Golden Child, wasn't it? White in the pan, but it's got some gold in there. Yes, I think that's that one. What could be similar? This one, that's too gold, isn't it? That's Rise. But I don't think anything else is gonna... what's next to Rise? Proud. Should I try Proud? Oh, actually Proud might be comparable. So this is 7. And then I don't think that's going to do it. Let's do this one. Okay, yeah, see those are... Oh, no, the shift. At certain angles, they look the same. Actually, no, they don't. So that's 7 on the top and 6 on the bottom. Yeah, it's Danessa Myricks is on the website, but no sign of it launching. Let me see what's this one. That's also quite green. What's this shade here? What's the bottom? Nirvana. She says, I'm just got to double check that is indeed Nirvana. It is Nirvana. So that's... I wonder if that's going to be similar. If I wipe these off, then it's still there. Okay, so yeah, I've just added Nirvana there from 6 on the bottom. So those would be the similar shades there. In fact, Nirvana and was it Golden Child? I think they're closer in even. See, that's the... I hope there aren't too many dupes in this, because that's going to be annoying, isn't it? Let's wipe that off. What's my favorite color story from the Lightworks or in general? Gosh, in general, that's quite a question. Obviously the mattes, I'm going to skip all of those. Oh, I didn't do number 5. I neglected 5, didn't I? Oh, that's chunky. I don't like the chunky shimmers in... I might have to do those again. Well, I'll just do... maybe... So that's Golden Child. And then Radiant... Oh no, that's more goldy. Centered from 5. That's a Chunkster. And then Fearless. it's the shifts. So it's, they straight on, they do look a bit similar, but then you kind of put them up and it's the shifts that do it. Gosh, that's really chunky. That takes some smoothing out. That's from 5, that is. Between 5, 6 and 7. There's a question. Purely on the colours, 5. Because you've got more, and I think it's more variety. Because I think one criticism of 6 is that some of them are a bit samey, and I can see that. But I think one of the reasons I love 6 so much is the packaging. I mean, don't ask me to rank them yet though. Like as an overall, I don't know how I would do that. Now, I think probably just because of how I feel now, I'd probably go 6, colour story and packaging. Then maybe 7. But I mean, I can't just, you know, relegate 5 just because. I think it's the chunky shades in 5 for me. the chunky shades in 5, not they not put me off, but I just wish some of them were a bit smoother. Like you can just looking at that, you can see that when I've come to sort of swatch that, it's just, you can shear it out obviously, but it's just a bit chunkier than perhaps I would like. Right, is there anything else? I think that covers sort of the greeny golds, because the straight up greens from 5 and 6 are going to be too green. They're not going to compare to any of the colours here. No, too vibrant. Too vibrant. Shall we do... Oh, let's do the purples next. I wonder if there might be more similarities in the purples. Because across all of them, there is a lot of purple. Let's get it off my fingers as well. Take a little sip. Like, I do hope my phone battery doesn't die on me, because I'm using my phone today. Like, I've got my monitor over there so I can see myself, my laptop so I can see the comments, and then my phone that I'm using to record. You know, don't make it easy for yourself, will you? The purples. Right, so these are the purples from 7. It's the smooth purple and the chunkier purple. And then let's see from 6 here. I'm trying to make sure that I wipe everything off so I'm not contaminating any of the shades or anything like that. This purple. Hello. So those are all from, let's get it all in shot. These are all from 6. So no. This is going to be a no, but we'll do it anyway. And formula wise as well. So that's like full on purple. That's like your Halloween purple, that is. This is going to be too well, I don't know actually. It might compare to the ones up top. But that's more satiny. These are satin. And then I think they're closer to each other. So the colours might be similar, but the finishes are different there. So that's 7 up top, the first two are 7, and then the ones underneath they're all from 6. I don't know if she does. I think she might. I don't know actually. Thinking about the sales, if they're included. Because to launch in October and then be in sales on Black Friday, I don't know. And I think they'd go quickly if that did happen. I think that they would go very, very quickly. So shall we do Healed, Unbreakable and Powerful maybe? From 5? Healed. Actually, I should do Protected. That's Protected and that's Healed. So maybe. How does that look in person? The ones in 7 have more sparkle. The one in 5 is almost more metallic. I don't know if that translates. You'll have to let me know if you can see that when I say that. So more sparkle, more metallic. What was that one? Yeah, Lightwork 6 in the UK, I think it even went down to 50% at one point, and I'm kind of annoyed. I kind of wish I maybe bought one to do like a giveaway because you can't get it anymore. I'd have been willing to do that. It wasn't, no, not even Black Friday. This was a couple of weeks ago, or maybe a month or so ago, because I know it sold out in the US a good while ago, but it was available in the UK for a really long time, and then or did it go down as much as 60% off? Maybe not 60, but it went low. Yeah, I think it was at 40% off and then 50% off. I can't remember if that was Protected or Healed that I just did then. I think that must have been Healed because I think that's Protected. God, they're very similar. Right, let me just do Healed again. Yeah, that's Protected and then that's Healed. So Healed is Protected and Healed is more of a topper, but got more to it. So you know which shades was it here? Look on my forehead. You can see that's very toppery and that's quite toppery. This is kind of in between that. It's a lot of purples, isn't there? I mean, do we need all of these purples across there? Perhaps not, but then they're probably not expecting you to buy every single iteration of Lightwork, are they? And let's do Powerful and Unbreakable. So that's Powerful, Unbreakable. Powerful, Unbreakable. So yeah, so those are different tones. So that's almost, that's more magenta-y, and that's got a bit more berry to it. I need to try and swatch straight. Possibly on camera, I don't know how different they look, like right at the top towards, and then compared to down at the bottom, but they are, and the formulas are different too. Okay. Is that all of the purples? Unstoppable, I think, is brown, but not a brown that we've got. That's Unstoppable there. I'm just gonna plonk it in there. So I've just, that's Unstoppable. I've just randomly added in there. So no, that's definitely different. Definitely different. I love purple. I love purple. So I don't think I'm ever going to be one of those people who complains about a purple shade. Purple's probably one of my favourite shades to put on my eyes. Yeah, this is my mantra, blue, purple, green. That's what I like. It's a lot of purple. Have we exhausted the purples? Then you've got like your sort of pinky bits. So no, so this is Lightwork 6 now. See how different are those really? I think it's in this. It's in the shift. It's always in the shift. And what ones are these? Joy and Rejoice. I guess they're meant to sort of pair, aren't they? Joy and Rejoice. Try to go a bit more this way. That was a bit. Joy and Rejoice. See, they're quite similar to each other. I think I'd be better at this swatching malarkey, wouldn't you? But in person, these have got more gold to them. Yeah, they've got more gold in them. And just, I'll hold it up so you can see which two I'm referring to. So it's these two here, Joy and Rejoice. But yeah, swatched, they've got a bit more purple to them. And then do we want to, and I might as well, I will do, just because we're in the purples, that's going to be more bluey, this one. It's more blue toned. But I will do these two. Just because I remember, oh no, they're not at all. Not at all. Why would you swatch them over there, idiot? But no. Sorry, those are all over the place. I don't know why I was thinking swatching them like that. I guess while we're here, just to show that this has got a bit more blue to it. Where shall we awkwardly put this? Should I just do it across here? It's still purple, but actually I guess that's quite similar to, but that's from 5. These two. The one across here, and then that, which is from 5. So 6, 5. That's quite an extensive range of pinky purples, isn't it? Which I've very awkwardly put on my arm there, very awkwardly. What I might do is, when I have the time, maybe I'll do some neat, beautiful looking comparison swatches for a short, or either a short slash reel or a short video. There we go. And then, I mean, there's no greens to speak of in, so that's the purple, that's the, none of those are green, are they? I might just, it's like green gold. No, that's like a brown. Now for the brown, I might do this on my other arm. I'm conscious of time. I don't want to keep everybody, so I don't want to be on here for hours swatching, but I just thought it would be good to do some rough and ready, emphasis on the rough, swatches. So that's from 7. That's from 7. And I think I'm probably repeating myself a little bit here, but no. Those are from 6. And then I might do Unstoppable again. That was the brown that I did in amongst the purples. I want to say it was this one, this random one here. That's actually quite purpley toned. You're mirrored, remember you're mirrored. And then let's swatch Fierce. I think this is going to be almost more orangey. Orange, green, gold. Ooh. And fiery. More fiery than it looks in the pan. Any other browns? Jumping around. This is from 6 now. So from 6, this shade here. It's going to be different formula because it's a satin. It's right on the bone. I've just swatched that there. So not too dissimilar a colour, but just that's got more sparkle intensity. Perhaps ever so slightly more red. Or would you say there's maybe ever so slightly more orange rather than red? And that's obviously more muted. And the satiny formula there. Yeah, okay. Anything? I think is this silver or does this come out blue, this shade here? So this is from, oh, it's gold. Yeah, we don't have any silvers in In 6, we have, what do we have here? Invincible. So this is from 5. Invincible. That's that. And then and this is from 7. Yeah, more toppery. More toppery. And then, yeah, Starlight is going to be the one that's more intense. Starlight. So they're a bit more similar, but it's just textures. So that's from 5, and that's from 7. Okay. I think that's it, you know. I think I'd almost say you could get 5 and 7 and maybe you'd be covered, I think. Like, I don't have a third hand, so otherwise I'd hold all 3 of them up, so like side by side, so that you could see. But just a reminder. Why am I over that way? Yeah, just a reminder there of what they look like. And I don't know if it's worth as a final hurrah. See if I can do this. Yeah, they're complementary. Are there dupes across the board? In a way, yes, but oftentimes the textures are different. So one might be a bit more toppery, one might be more of a satin, one might be more sparkly. That's what I would say. Do you need all 3? Absolutely, you don't need any of them. I don't know why I always say that, but you wouldn't need all 3, but if you wanted to kind of have all your bases covered, maybe 5 and 7 would do that. But then there's a few shades in 6 that I really like that I think you could be missing out on.